$50,000 clinched by Bryon-Smith with that match. And we were talking to him earlier today. Said, that's a lot of money. I've never had that big a check guaranteed before. Now, possibility of $100,000. Walter Ray Williams Jr. stands in his way. The final starts with some help on the 10-pin for the legend.
Wow! That was an interesting pin carry there.
Wow. Alrighty then.
5-7-10, then 7-10, then 10, then nothing.
From Roseburg, Oregon, not far from Medford. He didn't fare well, though, last week up at the Medford Open. Good start for him. His wife Mariah, brother Brett, have driven down from Oregon to watch him bowl in person. By the numbers this week, several more games for Walter Ray Williams Jr. The average better for the 35-time finalists. Everything fairly even down the road.
Well, Walter Ray out-averaged him by 16 pins a game. But, you know, Bryon-Smith did the little things he needed to do to win matches. Plain and simple, he never lost a match this week. Tournament leader right there.
Bryon only 5.5 hours by car from home in Roseburg, Oregon. Said he was very disappointed and missed the cut. An hour and a half from home last week in Medford. Only 12 players have won a major as their first ever title.
Bryon-Smith's only won one match ever
on TV. That's right, and that was in Memphis. That was over Tommy Jones.
Up to a nice start.
Way back in October. Help again! 4-pin this time.
This guy just never goes away. Bryon-Smith steps up and throws two absolutely perfect shots. Walter Ray gets two shots that kind of look ugly. Score's all even.
Come on, man.
And the best thing for Bryon-Smith to do is not even watch that. Play his game. You know, the nice part about Bryon-Smith, he acts really calm on camera. He's interviewed with Leslie. He seems really subdued and really calm. Trust me, he's anything but that.
Yeah! Come on!
You can hear Walter Ray's reaction much better on the release. And a better ball reaction into the pocket. Long-term goals, Bryon-Smith to win a PBA title. He's never done that. Win Player of the Year, Walter Ray's done that a bunch of times. Someday make the PBA Hall of Fame. Well, all those things have happened for Walter Ray already. Just getting going in his career in terms of success has been Smith. And he is flush in the pocket again. Shreds the rack.
Well, just a great shot again. And, you know, that's the one thing that Bryon-Smith hasn't done enough of when he made TV. But watch this. We talked about it before with Jason Williams, that nice compact swing and a nice compact follow-through equals great direction.
Heading into this year, Randy, he was 0-5 in his career on TV. 1-6 before today on television. Polar opposite of Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Yes.
Again in the pocket.
Yes.
What a start for our two finalists today in Reno. 7 consecutive strikes.
Stay focused.
Smith trying for his first ever title. Williams. It's a record purse, $386,000.
I just love some of that old footage. You know, Doug Kent doesn't have near as much hair now, 12 years later. He's wearing glasses. Same for George. George doesn't have near as much hair.
Walter Ray looks for the four-bagger. No help there on the 4-pin.
What are you doing out here?
Boy, he didn't like that shot.
Just not throwing it where it belongs. Come on.
This didn't look too bad. I think he just mishit it at the bottom of the swing.
He certainly, Randy, must have a sense. Bryon-Smith is on his game. Can't afford too many mistakes.
Well, we talked about it on the on-camera. You know, you got to get on this guy and apply the pressure and hope that he doesn't get a break or you force him into a bad shot just by just getting on him. Best way to do that is exactly the way Bryon-Smith is doing it, striking every ball.
So that fourth for Walter, the first non-strike frame of this final, and he's back on track. ABC President Jim Bevins Jr. He and his entire staff, an incredible job hosting the players and our ESPN crew this week in this immaculate facility. It's a little field, a view from overhead, how big this place is. It's cavernous. Looks for a 5-bagger. Smith, a strike here. He's got a 21-pin lead. Can he keep it up? You bet.
Keep up, Bryon. Stay focused.
One winner so far in the majors. Jason Couch, the lefty at the TOC, Uncasville, Connecticut. Today we determine the second. Then just a couple weeks down the road. Not a lot of time between the Masters and the U.S. Open near L.A. All leading to the PBA World Championship. The march to the World Championship at the Taylor Sportsplex near Detroit, March 9th. All the events live on ESPN. Showing it to you with ESPN in sync. Looks for a 6-bagger, does Smith. Gets help.
Yeah, Mariah likes that hit.
There's the breaks you need, I guess.
Break for Bryon-Smith. Walter Ray got one.
Okay. Come on.
This ball goes right through the schnoz. 6-pin, last pin to fall. Terrific break. That could have been disastrous. He knows he got away with one there, but you know what? That's okay. He's entitled. Paul Kaler, my statistician, said that there was a few of those this week. Getting back to what you need to do to Walter Ray, let's see if that enters into his psyche, Dave Ryan.
Down 21 with a strike here, Randy. Yeah, come on.
Well,